Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rest World. I'm currently at work and that's because we have a midweek match. This is our first midweek match. I've never refed midweek before under the floodlights. The last 2 weeks I've ran the line during a midweek game under the floodlights, so it's really good. But yes, I get to experience refereeing for the first time. And we have another cup game, Richard Martin Memorial Cup. It's North London Athletic. They play in Division 2, I believe. I think they just got promoted. They're close to winning the title. I think they need one more point from their last game, but they're playing second, so that's going to be a tough one. And they're up against Sopranos, who are in the division below, mid-table roughly. I'll put the tables up here like I normally do. It's going to be an interesting game. I just rest Sopranos, Sunday just gone. They tried to play football out from the back, so credit to them, they don't just lump it forward, young team, so it's going to be a good game of football, I reckon. I know NLA, obviously they got promoted, so they must be a good footballing side, and they know each other, so some of the players on either side know each other, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'll get the club liners for this one, and we're playing on a pitch I've never refed at before, so I'm not too sure how good it is. I know we're playing on Astro, which is my preference, so yeah. I'm gonna just finish work, go home, chill, eat, and then head to the game. So we'll see you there. So I'm going to be talking through this game as there's a lot to talk about. I'm donning the purple top because the teams were wearing my two kits that I had. And also this pitch was tiny. I don't even think it's a regulation size, but we played the game on it. So let's get right into it. Early penalty shot there. It definitely hit his arm, but I feel like he tucked it into his body just in time. Let's take a look, and you can see it there. That's really close to his body, and it kind of hits like around his elbow. I don't think it's a penalty. Let me know if you would have given it there. This was one of many offside calls that Sopranos wasn't happy about, but you can see here as the ball's played, he's offside. There's no question about it, and I'm going to bring loads of these up. But this was one of the best and most honest club liners I've had all season. Loads of great calls, and you'll see throughout the episode that he gets them spot on constantly. Players complaining that it went off the pitch before they scored. Clear as day there, clearly in. I told the captain I made that decision. I thought it was clearly in. As you can see here, it is. NLA lead 1-0. This one you can't tell if he was onside or offside, but I just wanted to show you this was like constant throughout and what it will boil over to in the second half. So I'm just showing you that the Sopranos frustration is building more and more. So this is the first of many coming together. So you see here that Pell lunges in. He misses everything, but he does go in with the attempt to win the ball. But it's quite high. Probably could have given a free kick. Now let me explain the yellow card. As that player ran past him, the player that I booked, who was nearly fouled, kicked out, as in like he buckled him. So I booked him a yellow card. They were asking for a red. I said, you've given me a hard decision. I could have given you a red. But I deemed it to be more of a buckle than a kick out. That's why I've given him a yellow card. Let me explain this one here. So the NLA player plays it through. You can see the player is onside, but the liner raises his flag. And at this point, I was just fed up of it. So I just overruled him because I knew he was onside. And NLA go on to score from that. But my cameraman missed it. And it's a penalty to Sopranos. Let's take another look at this one. Touch there by the captain. He touches it wide. This player's in the way, but it's buckled over. Not one NLA player complained, bar that guy. Very animated. Comes over to me. He gives me a little nudge here. Grabs my hand as well. You know what? I could have sent him off for what he was saying. Could have simbined him as well. I said I wanted to send him off, but I was trying to be lenient with him. Gave him the yellow card. Penalty Sopranos. And it's 3-1 to NLA. Centre back just spends too long on the ball, and it's one back there by the winger. Picks it up from just inside the opponent's half, and he just goes unchallenged. Takes it down the line there, and that's a good finish off the post, to be fair. 3-1 to NLA just before half time. And that's the half-time whistle. NLA go into the half 3-1 up. Let me know what you think about that penalty. He takes it around the player takes him out, and then gave him a yellow card as well. Sopranos are getting frustrated with the club lino, but he's doing a good job, I'm telling you. I've tried to put in the offsides that I can. A lot of them you can't see just because the camera is focusing on the play, and I feel like because the sideline think that the lino's cheating, they're just putting their flag up as well, hence why I overruled one of their goals. And yeah, it's getting a bit heated. Soprano players not happy with the club lino, and they're just getting frustrated, and it's affecting the game as well. But yeah, let me know what you think about that first half, and we'll see you at full time. Come on, lad. I just want to point something out because NLA were doing this constantly. Your feet cannot come off the ground when taking a throw-in. Keep both feet on the ground when taking a throw-in, otherwise it is a foul throw.
If I start behind your player and I go to and I go for the ball, I can't go. Bro, it's about the kick. So what is it like? No, it's not. Because he's gone for the ball. Bro, he's gone for the ball. Bro, if I start behind you and my goalkeeper kicks it and I go for the ball, I'm offside. Am I not? And that's what he's done.
Now, this is one of many comings together. You hear the Sopranos player say, get onside. So this is the ball played. This is a few seconds after. So is that player offside? Obviously, you can't tell because when he comes into the frame, he's onside. But when I looked, I know he was walking back to the halfway line. That's why I was confident to give that offside when I looked over to my club assistant helping me out. This is one of many coming togethers as they go over to have a go at this club linesman, but like I said at the beginning, he was doing a very good job. And NLA are down to 10 men, spins him there, and then he gets tripped over. If he doesn't get touched, he's into the box there. Good goal scoring opportunity, and that's number 11's second yellow card. Can't even give him a warning there. I definitely think that's a mandatory yellow. NLA down to 10 men for the rest of the game. Although I've loved to have commentated on this bit, but the camera just goes crazy and goes blurry, so we miss it. Player there is potentially fouled, but I believe that he just tried to look for it, jumped on the floor. Then Sopranos score from it. There honestly wasn't a lot of complaints. Maybe one or two players, one player asking questions, and that was it. Sopranos get the goal, 3-2. They're back in the game, plenty of time left.
Are you taking a What are you talking about?
This guy was a nice guy after the game, but he doesn't know how to take a throw in. He thought you could lift your feet off the ground. It's a foul throw. Keep both feet on the ground when taking the throw in. Otherwise, it's a foul throw. Yellow card for the Sopranos centre-back. I think they was asking for a red because they were saying it was through and goal. It is a small pitch. See that he touches it over him. The centre-back gets a slight touch, but not enough. He gets more of the player. Free kick there for NLA and a yellow card for the centre-back. And it's 4-2. Lionel had his flag up, but I knew he wasn't offside. This guy here keeping him on. Just play it back and watch the run. Not one of the Sopranos players complained. Someone pointed. I said he was on, and they just kept quiet because I feel like they knew, but maybe they didn't. They were just going with it. But this guy was definitely onside. 4-2 to NLA.
Come out. Out and go. Play.
Play, Hussein!
Hey, it's cool.
It don't matter.
Hey, Hussein. Let's go.
Now, before we go into the nonsense that happens, this is the player that got given offside. This is close. He looks marginally onside. I can't tell by this camera angle. This is the closest out of the lot, but because they were getting frustrated over the calls that were actually correct, this is what happens after the call.
Hey? Yeah.
An official is threatened. So like now, Vaz.
So this is where I probably should have abandoned the game. Once someone touches my club officials, should have just abandoned it. You see him there, snatch the flag out of his hand. At this point, I just wanted him to go to the sideline because they were just getting on him and he was at the Soprano side. I just didn't want him there. He was doing a good job, but once you touch the officials, I should have just abandoned this game and then put in the report. And this is just before the restart happens. Don't really know what happens behind me, but again, another coming together. You can see it's getting heated. Don't know what was said, don't know what was done, but you'll see here that the two teams start coming together. Sorry, camera goes a bit blurry here. But then, yeah, something happens behind me just before I'm about to restart the game. You see players running on the pitch. Again, more argy-bargies. No cards coming out here, just players separating it. Don't know what was said, don't know what was done. Camera goes blurry here, so this is probably the most of what happens here. And my camera goes blurry again just before goal, but this guy goes on a mazy run and finishes it into the bottom corner. Now it sounds like it hits the post, but it actually hits the wall just inside of the goal. I was in a great position to gave it straight away. No complaints from the Soprano players. NLA 5-2. Now just focus on these two. You can see I'm looking the other way. I'm trying to get the game restarted. Apparently there was a slap just there. He does slap him and then this starts. He goes to him, pushes him in the face, and then there's a big fight. Here we go.
Terrible.
You don't see a lot because everyone was coming together, but this player who got sent off through 4 or 5 punches slaps the card out my hand. So straight red, he's been sent off. And that's the second red card for the player who started the fight. Actually, he didn't start the fight. He was slapped, but he reacted. You know, you can't react like that in football. So he was also sent off for violent conduct. A little less than the player throwing the punches. But yeah, he was slapped first. Hence why he reacted, as we saw. And then, yeah, he's sent off as well. And that's the full-time whistle. NLA win 5-2. That right back got himself sent off. Second foul. Just made no attempt to play the ball and he tripped over the opponent. Straight away issued a second yellow, sent him off. He wasn't happy, but tough. And then again, Sopranos just getting more and more frustrated with the club lino. And then eventually they went to snatch the flag out of his hand, kind of attacked him, should have abandoned it. And then from there, it just kept getting more heated and more heated. And then as you saw, the striker for NLA was slapped in the face, reacted badly, as you probably would in the Sunday League game. Fight started, punches were thrown, 2 more red cards, more brawls coming together. It's the annoying thing about Sunday League, it's just not enjoyable. People just fighting and then, yeah, ruining the game. But NLA win 5-2, probably a deserved win, the better side on the night. It's just irritating that it ended like that and it boiled over like that in the second half. But let me know what you think about that performance. Hope you enjoyed that one. Pretty frustrating one for me. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Refs World.